Widest music right here on the Mega Music Breakfast with Steph. Thanks very much to our friends at McAlpine's Mitre 10 Mega for supporting us with our breakfast show and with Compass FM for a number of years. On the phone today, we welcome back to Compass FM Erin and Manning from Perinatal Wellbeing Canterbury Trust. Good morning, Erin. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, thank you. How about yourself, Steph?
I'm actually healthy. I'm okay. Everything's good with me at the moment, but it sounds like you might have a little bit of a bug. How do we? Gosh, I mean, I've got 4 kids, and it'd be really good if you could provide some tips. So they're a little bit older now, but when they're young, it is so hard to manage yourself if you're sick, and then your kids get sick, and it just becomes this train of sickness. I mean, how do we support ourselves and our own mental well-being during this crazy time, because there's so much sickness, which is normal at this time of the year, right?
Yeah, it's normal during winter, but there's definitely a lot more around at the moment, and some quite nasty bugs on top of, COVID that's been around for a while. And so everyone's getting a little bit over the constant ones. And if you've got more than one child, particularly if you've got them at like preschool or school or whatever, as it seems one gets sick, and then just as they're recovering, the next one gets sick, and then you get sick, and then maybe, your partner gets it, and then it just seems to go round and round and round forever. And it's easy to get stuck into that feeling like it's never going to end. And it's one thing when your kids are sick all the time. We don't like our kids being sick, but it's easier than if they're sick and you're well, you can still keep on top of things. But when you're feeling rubbish and then they've bounced back miraculously, and you still just want to lie on the couch and do nothing, and they're wanting you. I think we talked before where it's like, Mum, all the time. And it can be really tough. My biggest tip for this is go back to basics, is really simple things, is, make it a movie day. Just sit and watch the movies with the kids. You can lie on the couch. This is where having a picnic on the floor can be a good thing, is you don't actually have to be 100% parent those days, because you've only got maybe, 30 or 40% to give because you're unwell. That's your 100%. If you've got older kids, it's a little bit easier. They can be, here, have a device for the day, do some crafts, some jigsaw puzzles, Lego, whatever. If with your younger ones, is actually just do some activities with them where you don't actually have to move. Bring out some boxes and stuff. A good thing is if you've got a bath, throw them in with some balls or some other toys. They're not normally there without the water in. And, that's just that change of scenery can be quite good.
You can even do like we used to do the old makeshift tents, like a hut in your lounge, and you're feeling like rubbish. And the great part is you can go, right, let's have a lie down and watch a movie and have a hut. And I used to also find having some, trying to use the basic amount of energy that I had to get some snacks pre-ready, like grab some crackers or something like that, and just try and do
and make it an adventure for the kids. If you're feeling up to it, and obviously the weather's a bit crap this week as well, but last week it was beautiful weather, is actually get outside if you can. Just even open a door and that change of scenery, because sometimes it feels like the walls are closing in when you've just been at home for 3 weeks because everyone's sick, and it can be easy to get really stuck in your mind or start resenting the fact that you've got to take so much time off work, or that you're missing out on more things. Is actually just take some breaths, have some time out if you can on your own, if you can tag team with a partner. Otherwise, this is where actually sit them down in front of the TV if you can for, even 20 minutes, put on Bluey or whatever is their thing, and just step outside for a bit of a breather and some fresh air. That's okay.
I absolutely get where you're coming from. Yeah, because I used to find that when the kids were younger, and I'd feel mad. Erin, I really feel quite grumpy about this whole situation, and I was like, come on, give me a break. And I wasn't necessarily mad at the kids. Definitely not. I think it was just mad at the situation. Then you're going through that cycle, you feel bad because you feel mad and you're short-tempered with the kids, and it becomes a really tough cycle, doesn't it?
It does. It's just that overwhelm, and then that leads to that anxiety and irritability. And it's just and be kind to yourself. Know that you've got no control over this illness. Everybody else is going through it. So if you've got a friend, maybe your kids have got the same thing, see if you can get together. It's quite nice when you're all infected at the same time, so you don't actually have to, if there's someone that you can actually see, just go outside. If everybody's up to it, just maybe go for a little walk around the neighbourhood. But definitely just take it easy. And if it's okay to say, actually, this is a crappy situation, and I'm feeling really angry about it, and I'm worried about the fact I'm losing money from work or whatever. It's okay to say those things. Find someone who will listen. If you're getting a bit short with your partner and stuff, and you're starting to do that, just be like, hey, let's take a break of, how about I'm going to go out for 10 minutes and you go out for 10 minutes, or actually let's just take it easy. And it's not always easy to go, let's just order a takeaway or whatever sometimes, but let's do cheese on toast for dinner. Easy ideas and tips. So, Erin, can you tell us if we'd like to talk to someone, like if we are feeling we're just not quite right, or maybe our partners are concerned about how we're going, what would be the best course of action? Like, how will we get hold of Perinatal Wellbeing Canterbury Trust? Best way to get hold of us is on our website, perinatalwellbeing.org.nz, and there's a big green Get Support button at the top. Click that and it'll take you to a referral form. Fill that out, and then we will be in touch within about 3 days and have a chat, and then see whether you want to come along to one of our groups. We have online groups for people who can't make it to in-person ones. We can also help with finding the right supports if you need other support in the community too, and just have a chat. And we're also on Facebook, or you can send us a message there, and we're always happy to chat and see if we can help. Yeah, absolutely. Just be brave, and just it is a brave thing to do, to speak up and ask for help, and it is ultimately incredibly important as well too. So, Erin Manning, thank you so much for your time today, and I wish you and your family are feeling better a lot sooner, and it doesn't keep going around on the conveyor belt. That is a sickness. Take care. Perinatal Wellbeing Canterbury Trust. Catch you next time, Erin.
Compass FM.